Hello dear student, welcome to you in today's lecture of English, where today we are going to start the revision segment, the revision of question answers, and the name of the poem is Talking by Woods of a Snowy Evening. So dear student, you have to just take out your book and your notebook also, and as a revision you have to just complete all the question answers that we are going to just completing in this video lecture. So just let me start. I hope you have just take out your notebook and book also. So let we start. As it is a very thought-provoking, serious poem, and it is written by Robert Frost. Who is the poet of this poem? Yes, the poet is Robert Frost, and in this poem he wants to deals with the universal theme of duty versus rest. In this poem, what the poet wants to describe, yes, he want to just describe the theme of a duty versus rest. Most of the time that it happens with us that we want to just stay away from the burdens and from our responsibilities. होता है कई बार हमारे साथ जब हम अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ के साथ अपनी ड्यूटीज़ से दूर भागना चाहते हैं एंड वांटेड टू जस्ट स्टे रिलैक्स, और कुछ पल के लिए हम रिलैक्स होना चाहते हैं. बट by this poem the poet Robert Frost wanted to express or wanted to describe that we never have to just leave away any responsibilities. हमें अपनी responsibilities से दूर नहीं जाना चाहिए और हमें उसे नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. We must have to just fulfill our promises और कीप आवर प्रोमिसेस. हमने जो प्रोमिसेस दूसरों से किए वो हमें प्रोमिसेस पूरे करने चाहिए. एंड वी नेवर हैव टू जस्ट फॉरगेट आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. वी ऑलवेज मस्ट हैव टू हेल्पफुल एंड ऑलवेज रेडी टू कंप्लीट आवर ड्यूटीज़ फर्स्ट. एंड ऑलवेज वी मस्ट हैव टू गिव फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस टू आवर ड्यूटीज़. और हमें हमेशा अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ को, अपनी ड्यूटीज़ को फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस देना चाहिए. So I hope you have just take out your notebook. Now let me start the revision of question answers of this poem. So as you can see that I have written just only answers here. So let us see the first question. Who is the real owner of the woods and what is the poet's attitude towards him? Who is the real owner of the wood? As we have seen, the poet in this poem, the description is given about a wood. Forest के बारे में description है. So who is the real owner of the wood? Here the question is कि wood का real owner कौन होता है? The owner of the wood lives in a house, and where he lives in a house in the village. Where he lives, yes, he lives in a house in the village, and he appears to be known to the poet. And as the explanation, as the summarized in the poem, that the owner of the wood, he is familiar to the poet. वो poet से familiar है, and it means the poet is friendly with the owner. And what does it means? It means the poet is friendly with the owner. जो poet है वो owner से friendly है. It means he is known to him. So I read the answer once again. The owner of the woods lives in a house in the village. He appears to be known to the poet. It means the poet is friendly with the owner. Now let me see the next one question. Why does the poet's horse shake his bell? Why does the poet का जो horse है, why he shake his bell? वो अपनी bell क्यों बजाता है? The horse thinks it's strange to stop at a place where there is no farmhouse, as the poet was a businessman, and when he was going somewhere with his horse cart, so once in a place in a wood he stopped somewhere. So this horse think that it's a very strange that why his master stop there. उसका जो master है वो वहाँ पर क्यों रुकता है? Because there is no farmhouse, as it was a very strange thing for the horse that he hadn't seen nearby any farmhouse. So that's why it's very strange to the horse to stop in the middle of the wood. Now let me see the next question. What are the words used by the poet to reinforce the scene of the solitude? Reinforce means support. What are the words used by the poet? पोएट के थ्रू कौन से वर्ड्स हैं जो यूज़ किए हैं टू सपोर्ट द सीन ऑफ सॉलिट्यूड? सॉलिट्यूड मीन्स सिचुएशन ऑफ बीइंग अलोन, एक अकेले होने की जो सिचुएशन, और लोनलीनेस. सो व्हाट आर द वर्ड्स आर यूज्ड बाय द पोएट which are useful to support the scene of the solitude? So the words are woods, darkest and frozen. These words are used by the poet, and these all are useful to reinforce, to support the fact that there was hardly any chance to leave anybody in that darkened wood. So I repeat both the answers once again. The horse thinks it strange to stop at the place there where there is no farmhouse. And third one, wood, darkest and frozen, all reinforce the fact that there was hardly any chance for anyone to be near. Now let me see the next one question. Fourth one. Why does it appear to be the darkest evening of the year? Why does it appear the darkest evening of the year? Why the day is called, or why that day is called about the darkest evening of that year? Because the woods are deep, dark and full of snow. When the description is given about the poem, and it was a day of a winter season, and the woods are deep. It was a very deep woods, and dark also, and full of snow. The winter evening always look dark, and we all know that when we talk about the winter evening, it always look dark. Next one. Do you think the poet is adventurous or foolish to travel on such a cold evening? What do you think? The poet is adventurous. Is he adventurous, or is he foolish that he wanted to travel on such a cold evening? What do you think? Let us see the answer. The poet was traveling to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of life. There is no time to waste. There is no time to waste. What do you think? That it wasn't any adventurous thing for him. ये कोई adventurous thing है क्या उसके लिए? No. He is going somewhere to fulfill his duties, or completing his any task. That's why he's started his journey by the horse cart in a winter day. So the poet was traveling to fulfill duties. While he was traveling, he was traveling to fulfill his duties and responsibilities. So अपनी duties को, अपने responsibilities को complete करने के लिए जा रहा है. So that's why we can't say that that he was a foolish man. क्या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि वो foolish man था? No, we can't use a foolish word to the poet. That he is a sensible person. In other way, we can say he is one of the sensible person, and he knows his responsibilities, he knows his duties. So that's why he started. He is going to complete his duty and responsibilities, and he has no time to waste. और उसके पास waste करने के लिए कोई time है क्या? No. So here we have seen the first 5 questions from the understanding better, and answer the following question. Now let me see the next question, that is belongs to think and answer. The poet is fascinated and hypnotized by the beauty. The poet is fascinated and hypnotized by the beauty. When he was going to fulfill his duty, वो अपने जब duty को complete करने के लिए, fulfill करने के लिए जा रहा है, so he was going through the wood. वो उस एक wood से जा रहा है, and it was very beautiful, and it was attracted and hypnotized to the poet. और वो poet को attract करता है अपनी तरफ hypnotize करता है. He also has commitment to the word of promises, but on the other hand, when we talk about the poet, that he had made a lot of commitment to the people that he is going to just complete it, he is just going to complete his promises, वो अपने promises को पूरा करने वाला है, he is going to just keep his promises. Do you think he comes means स्टॉप फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट समथिंग, क्या वो उस चीज़ को वही स्टॉप कर देना चाहता है, टू दिस अट्रैक्शन और मूव्स ऑन, और ही वांटेड टू जस्ट अट्रैक्टेड टू द पर्टिकुलर ब्यूटी ऑफ द नेचर, क्या उस वो नेचर की ब्यूटी से अट्रैक्ट होता है और ही इज जस्ट कीप ऑन मूविंग टू फुलफिल हिज ड्यूटी. सो लेट मी सी द आंसर. द फिजिकल अट्रैक्शंस आर टू मेनी. The physical attraction are too many. Physical attraction जो होते हैं वो बहुत सारे होते हैं. There are many physical attraction that attracts us, जो हमें कई बार attract करते हैं. The beauty of the wood is hypnotizing. The beauty of the wood is hypnotizing to the poet. It is too cold to travel, but the poet never forgets the promises. And it's very darkest and beautiful evening for the poet. He stopped there for a little while, but at last again he recalled his responsibilities and duties, and he just keep on moving. और इस तरह से वो hypnotize नहीं होता है. He just did attract to the wood, and when he recalled his promises and recall his responsibilities, he just keep on moving, और वो आगे बढ़ता है. So I repeat the answer once again. The physical attractions are too many. The beauty of the woods is hypnotizing. It is too cold to travel, but the poet never forgets the promises he has made. He halts for a little while, but he moves on. So here we have seen some questions of this poem. Now let some questions. Question number B. Give reasons for the following. It's remain. So let we just repeat it once again. Revise it once again. The questions of which is given on your book page number 55. You can see the first question, question number B. First question where you have to just find out the rhyming words of the poem. Rhyming words आपको poem से find out करने हैं. Next question, give antonyms of the following words. Antonym, opposite words. So let I repeat. So you can just see the fill. Opposite of the fill is empty. Next square, opposite familiar. Third, near opposite. Near, opposite of near is far away, दूर होना. Frozen, melted. Darkest, darkest evening. The opposite of the darkest it will be brightest. Next, easy. The opposite of easy it will be difficult. Lovely, ugly, and deep, shallow. Now let me see the next question. Take the correct option. The poem is a beautiful example of. The poem is a beautiful example. Poem किसका एक beautiful example है? Yes, is it an example of imagery, characterization or sound words? Yes, exactly. The poem is a beautiful example of imagery because it's one of the imaginary poem created by the Robert Frost. Next question. The poet's horse is surprised to stop because the poet's horse is surprised to stop. जो पोएट का हॉर्स था वो रुकना नहीं चाहता था. बिकॉज 3 ऑप्शंस आर गिवन हियर. फर्स्ट वन, द पोएट अपीयर्स टू बी टायर्ड. पोएट जो था वो टायर्ड हो गया था, थक चुका था. नेक्स्ट, द ग्राउंड इज ऑल फ्रोजन फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ मूवमेंट. द ग्राउंड इज ऑल फ्रोजन. जो भी ग्राउंड था या प्लेस वो जो था वो पूरा फ्रोजन हो चुका था. Any kind of movement and it was not possible to move. Next, there appears no farmhouse nearby. So what is the correct option? Yes, this third one. Correct option is C. There appears no farmhouse nearby. So here in today's lecture we have seen some question answers and some objective. Now it's time to give the homework. your today's homework is you have to just memorize poem. आपको poem revise करनी है, poem memorize करनी है, learn करनी है. Then the next question is you have to just learn the question answers of think and answers, and after learning it as a revision you have to just complete it in your notebook. So I hope dear students you will complete your today's homework today itself, and we'll meet you in next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.